Did I get it? Yep. All right, what's up, everybody? Episode 102, Face Your Fears. My name is Sam Fears. I'm the talker for today. So, title of the video, Fear of Failure. I'm going to talk about a few things before just some kind of media stuff. Chill, Daisy. So video going around. I don't know if you've seen it yet or not. I'm sure you have, because I've literally scrolled through my feed on Twitter and it's like 6 videos in a row. Draymond Green, Golden State Warriors, NBA basketball, decking another player, Jordan Poole, in the face during their practice. Kind of see her over here. So what happens is, Draymond Green comes up to Jordan Poole, gets all up in his face, doesn't really do anything, but just kind of bows up on him. Chest bumps him a little bit. Jordan Poole kind of takes that, pushes him, kind of shoves him off of him, and just like backs away a little bit. Draymond Green bows up even harder, and then lunges in, boom, right across the chin. And then he kind of like gets on top of him, and then people come in, and then the video's over. It's pretty crazy. It's kind of wild to see, especially considering who Draymond Green is. He's like pretty well-known media mogul person. He's got a really big podcast that he does. He's on a couple of the talk shows for the NBA, so it's not really a good look for him in terms of those things. But in terms of like the team and basketball, I don't really think it's that big of a deal. I mean, depending on what was going on, if it was like related to basketball, then I don't really see it as being that big of a deal, as long as they both like made up and kissed and everything was all right. But if it was something outside of basketball, then I could see where that might be a big deal. They were fighting over I don't know. About the only thing they could fight over is a woman. They got the money to buy anything. So if they're fighting over a woman, perhaps. But if it's about basketball stuff, I don't think it's that big of a deal. I think I'd let it slide. What else was there? I feel like there was something. I don't know. Maybe I'll think of it in a minute. But we'll talk about something that kind of held me back a while from doing things like this, or trying to make music, or making clothes, or just doing any of the random shit that I do. And that's the fear of failure. So we all you experience each day, just in minor increments. But it's one of the things that holds people back from doing some of the things that could really help them grow as a person, or that might change their life for the better. Failure, dude. We've all failed at something. We've all tried something and not been able to do it, right? And depending on how bad you wanted to be able to do that thing, you might get pretty upset. Failure is not to be taken lightly. I don't want to say it like that. It's not just nothing. Like failure, I'm going to adjust this mic a little bit more. There's something to learn from it every time. And that's how you grow as a person. But having this fear of failing at whatever it might be, whether it be starting a podcast, or asking a girl out, or trying a new food, or a new movie, whatever, anything, asking for a promotion or a raise, that's some dope shit. Y'all should do that. It holds people back. Somebody might be some creative somewhere, might be the best artist in the world, just too afraid to pick up a pencil because they're too worried about what they are worried about the negative that could come from that action instead of the positive. So you focus too much on the negative aspect of what could result from getting out of your comfort zone. Because everybody loves the comfort zone. Wrapped up in a nice fleece fucking blanket, you've got some hot chocolate in your hands, there's marshmallows in it. You got the fireplace is rolling, and it's not a gas fireplace, it's fucking real wood that you chopped earlier that day. You know, so that's comfort. It's snowing, that's comfort. Where was I going with this? No, just kidding. But that's your comfort zone. You like it there. You could stay there all day. That's not how you grow as a person. Growing as a person requires you to throw that mug of hot chocolate against the fucking wall. Sling that blanket into the fire and go outside butt naked. Stick your nuts in the snow. No, I'm just joking. But it requires you to do things that you normally wouldn't do. I'm going to get back to trying to be a little serious. It requires you to do things you normally wouldn't do, or things that scare you a little bit. For instance, skydiving. If I went skydiving, and Dylan, if you're watching this right now, I'm not going to do it, but if I were to go skydiving, I would gain an experience that would impact my life for probably the rest of my life. It would impact me for probably the rest of my life. I would think about things much differently. Well, not much differently, but I would have an added perspective on the way I look at things, based on the fact that I was hurtling through the Earth's atmosphere at, I don't know how fast you fall, but 9.8 meters per second squared, something like that. Is that right? Anyway, I would gain a valuable perspective on everything I did in my life. So doing things that you normally wouldn't do, getting out of your comfort zone, facing the fear of failure. Oh, that's a bar right there. These things help you grow as a person and help you to add perspectives to your life, help you add, what's the word I'm looking for? Add, I don't want to say value, but like another way to appreciate things. Because sometimes whenever you face this fear of failure, I'm going to go ahead and tell you, you will fail. You'll fail again. Things will go bad. You might not like the food that you try. She might say no, you know. But you learn from those things. You gain valuable insight into yourself as a person, because you will reflect, depending on the severity of the failure. You might reflect deeply, or you might only think about it for a few seconds and then move on. So I recommend these things. I'm not telling you to go jump off a building or go skydiving, but if you want to go skydiving, go skydiving. But I'm saying it's not going to be even if you aren't successful at the thing it is that you want to conquer, it's not going to be as bad as you think it is, because you will have this valuable perspective, this increased life experience, and you'll be a better holistic human being. You'll be able to see through walls and eat metal. Just kidding. but you will grow as a human being. And that's kind of the goal of, I guess, life, right? To be better than you were yesterday. Not the only goal, but one of the goals. Constantly improve yourself. So, face your fears, man. Failure. Episode 102. I don't know if I said anything valuable or anything of value, or if I just babbled on about stupid shit. Because I can do that. I can do both. Sometimes I can say something that's pretty profound. And other times I can say something and you just like feel sorry for me. You just kind of want to pet me on the head, tell me it'll be okay. But I don't know, maybe you learned something. Comfort zone's okay, but you need to step out of it every now and then. For your own sake. If you're a better person, you can bring up the people around you. So for their sake as well. Part of life. Good and the bad. The give and the take. The fuck and the unfuck, you know? The yin and the yang. The peanut butter and the jelly. Sometimes things are good, sometimes things are bad. You can learn from both. Thanks for watching. Subscribe, like. Why are y'all not doing that? Not gonna be doing any giveaways, but I've still got some shirts and hats and shit if y'all want to buy any. If not, whatever, fuck you. But come back and listen next week. I appreciate it. Only need like 5-10 more listeners, and I hit like 5 or 10 listeners, baby. Let's go. So appreciate you. See if I can stop these both at the same time. 1, 2.